Hi, everyone. This is Lady T from Soup to Nuts Uncensored, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. I am trying to leave this R. Kelly situation alone. However, a lot of celebrities and people in the music industry are making comments and they're giving their opinions about the situation. And I have mine as well. And I'm not backpedaling in any way, but I wanted to say this about the situation. It has been historically throughout our Black history that girls have not been celebrated, have been raped, molested, and so have Black boys. And because this situation has come to the forefront again with R. Kelly, it brings up a lot of topics within our community that are taboo. And what do I mean by taboo? They're swept under the rug. It's not a lot of advocacy going on about young girls being molested, African American girls per se. And in the media, you're not going to hear a whole lot about anything positive in our Black community. What is celebrated more is all of the negative. So I don't want to celebrate the negative aspects of what's going on, but you cannot ignore that the situation is horrific, and you cannot ignore that R. Kelly likes young girls. Now, having said that, I am an advocate for our people, our community, and I have worked in the mental health field with people who had severe mental illness, with children who have had sexual trauma and all kinds of trauma. So when I hear stories like this, of course, I'm going to be very passionate about it. And that's why I voice my opinion. Yes, this is a YouTube channel for entertainment purposes. And we talk about R&B and hip hop entertainment individuals and all of the news that arises in that particular community. But as a Black woman, as a mother of an adult female and a mother of two sons, one is no longer with us, I have to stand down for injustice. And if I don't, to me, I'm not doing my part. And I do my part. And I am a professional. Like I've said before on this channel, I have a master's degree in counseling studies. And I also have a BA in psychology. So I'm talking also from a professional perspective when I'm weighing in on these kinds of situations. So for the naysayers, let me just say this. I definitely know what I'm talking about because I've worked within the community with victims who have had some sort of trauma. And if you've seen anyone that has been sexually molested or raped or abused in any way, it is heart-wrenching. It is very difficult for those individuals to move on in their lives and to be successful in some regard. And you always carry that with you. Now, what I don't want to do is to highlight R. Kelly, but I'm glad that we are having this conversation in our community. It's shedded the light more so on a topic, on a situation that we need to stop letting people in families, older people take advantage of young people and to, in a horrific way, to be sexual predators. We all, and I'm sure you can say, that you've had someone in your family that was taken advantage of in a horrific way as a sexual predator. Some uncle, some aunt, some cousin, some friend, somebody. We all know somebody who has been terribly victimized by this. So this brings the conversation to the table. It brings it out in the light. And it helps us to have a healthy dialogue and be part of the solution. So conversation is first, and then let's be a part of the solution. If you know anybody, or if you've seen or you suspect something like that, talk to that individual. They're not going to be open, of course not, but you can, kindly with love, speak to them, talk to them, get involved, get engaged, be a helper in our community. Let's not look for others to help. I hope that R. Kelly gets some help because he like young girls. It's just that simple. Any way you cut it. And here's another thing I want to say before I close. If you're a 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old, come on, you're just learning everything new. Anybody who's much older than you has an opportunity that they can take advantage of you. A lot of these girls that allegedly said R. Kelly did these things, they said they were virgins. And he was in his 20s, going towards his 30s. So, of course, he had a little more life experience in those cases. And it's easy for someone who has been sexually abused to continue that pattern of behavior. And R. Kelly has admitted that he was abused sexually as a child. So he became a perpetrator. It's possible. Not everybody does, but I've seen it. It is possible. So let us not act like we're ignorant to the fact. And if you are ignorant, I hope that I have enlightened you on this subject. And let's talk about it. Let's not put these things under the rug and hide them into the back of a closet and be ashamed. Let these victims be able to have a voice. Be a voice for someone who's going through that kind of situation, of that sort of trauma, instead of, looking at, I don't care whether R. Kelly did it or not, but I do care if he did do it to get some help professionally. And I do care that those people who are making the allegations, if they've been abused in that fashion, that they would get some help, because that's a lifelong trauma. It's a lifelong trauma, people. And, I don't like to get as deep as this, but sometimes you have to, because this is a serious topic. And although R. Kelly is the catalyst to bring this to the forefront, it's a good thing that we're talking about it. Now let's do something about it. All right, everyone. This is Lady T from Soup to Nuts Uncensored, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. As I often say, make your day great and live your life on purpose. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you all soon.